There you go. Okay, oil change time on the Ingersoll Rand SS3 compressor. I just bought this thing used. The first problem that I found with it was loose V-belt. So I do have it turned in the off position so it doesn't restart. I don't think it should anyway. We're going to try to collect some oil out of this thing and see where we go. So can I do this one-handed for you guys? This is not going to go well. Why do they do stuff like this? Why? So that's 1/8. Okay, I'm going to see if I got a 1/8 pipe nipple. Stand by. So I got a huge ginormous mess going on here because I stuck in pipe nipple to get us out over the edge. When this is done draining, I'm going to see if I can find a pipe cap. And I'll call this a permanent solution. So what I did was I ran the compressor a bit to get the oil in a semi-fluid state. It did warm it up some, but this is pouring so slow. Look at that. And I'm thinking the oil is too thick for this unit for the wintertime because it's cold in here. So I'm switching over, and what I'm using is this product right here, and that's the AMSOIL commercial grade that compressor oil, ISO 46. It's an SAE 20. It's about middle of the road. So I'm trying to figure out what Ingersoll Rand's recip was, and it's hard to get any. They keep that stuff hidden, the proprietary information about viscosities and such. I'm working with the Arian snowblower, and it's the same thing, but I think I've narrowed it down a bit, and I think we can figure out what it is. And I'll tell you, I'm gonna have to. I can't do this slow. I don't want to do this slow because I want the velocity to carry out the schmutz, right? And that's the best I can do is, it's too messy. This is terrible. It's flowing down like Niagara Falls. But it is dirty. See, it's not flowing through there. You could have warmed it up with a heat gun, I suppose, to get more, to reduce the viscosity, but anyway, I'm going to pause the video, and what we're doing here is a service. I did the air filter, and what happened, guys and gals, was that I could not find an element for the OEM filter housing, so I bought an eBay Chinesium one. The filter element was quite expensive. The replacement one was like $30 for the Ingersoll Rand one. And being where I am, you can forget getting stuff other than Amazon. And the beauty is that if I buy a single or a small item, I have to pay heavy shipping on it unless I buy it off of Amazon. And when you buy it off of Amazon, you get, that Amazon premium deal. And I just dropped the plug. All right. Anyway, you get the Amazon premium deal and you can get your stuff. This has been a good compressor. I haven't used it that much. I paid half of what it was brand new. The belt was loose when I got it. The belt may have suffered, so I'm going to have to size the belt and purchase a new one. We'll get that and go from there, I think, because I do think I hear an RPM change. The motor runs good, so that's definitely the belt slipping, and it changes as it runs. So I think that's what I'm going to do is change the belt on it, but I'll have to order one. But I wanted to let you guys know the equipment maintenance. I was telling you in the other video that I've been lacking somewhat. So I wanted to get a head start on this stuff and get it maintained so that we have it to rely on. Equipment reliability is based on maintenance. So I haven't heard anything bad about these units per se. I do like Ingersoll Rand. I've used a lot of different equipment from them. I'm not talking about the tools. I'm talking about giant compressors, 350 horsepower units. We had 5 of them where I used to work. that we had to take care of. We had a 100 horsepower variable speed trimmer. We used to call it a trimmer compressor. It kept the tanks full. That was a beautiful machine. I think it was called a Nirvana variable speed. Beautiful, beautiful machine. And we had an intelligent control system that would cycle the compressors so that all of them didn't get run at once. So anyway, I'm rambling on. This is about this compressor and changing the oil. Very, very important. If you got a compressor at home and in your shop, change the oil once in a while. This one, I don't know where it was ran, but the filter was very dirty, so I don't like the color of the oil, so I'm changing the oil. And anyway, I'll get back to you when we're putting the oil in. You ever have one of those days? Well, I'm having one. I'm telling you, I did it. I did the cardinal sin. And show you why that is. I dropped the plug. And I got the drops all day today. So I said to myself, I'm not going to drop the plug anymore. Sorry, I'm talking low. I didn't even want to putting that plug in on camera, and I did the cardinal sin. I used Teflon tape because I can't find anything else right now because I dropped the plug and lost it. Okay, and you can see that when I put the Teflon tape on, I was back. That's why it's a little stringy. I was back away from the end because I don't want Teflon in there. So there, plug's back in. Let me get the oil set up. So I bought these extended spouts. You can see that for the oil. So I haven't tried them yet. Let's give it a try. This is a tight hole to get into. There's a joke in there somewhere. Yeah, that ain't working. Okay, I gotta go get a funnel. That did not work at all. All right, let's try this again. Oh, look at that, a funnel. And it stays in. Holy Mackinaw. Let me put my glasses on. I got to see the center of the sight glass. I won't overfill this. So on a quick side note, a lot of people think thicker is better when it comes to oil, and that's not necessarily the case. One has to be very careful when it comes to selecting. Okay, that's good. That's about 2/3 of the glass full. That's good enough. I like that. Anyway, yeah, like I was saying, you got to be careful because what happens, and I did fix a machine one time. They put, somebody had decided to put a thicker weight of gear oil in it. And that gear oil, it was in a spindle, high-speed spindle head. And what had happened was, because the oil was so thick, what happened, it was called bridging. So it wouldn't go down holes that it was supposed to. It would bridge them instead of going down. So the viscosity was so thick that it didn't work. Okay, I'm going to dump down some air, get this to turn on, and we'll see how it runs. So stand by. You want to see where the cut-in pressure is. We're just coming down to under 100. Okay, so it's at 100. So far it seems to like it. be coming to the cutout pressure. There we go. Cutout is 110, 120, 130. Yeah, about 128 maybe. Okay, it's good. That hissing noise you hear is the unloader valve. It's unloading the pressure off the head so that if it has to restart, it starts with no load on the head, on the compression side. So everything is done. The oil change is done. And I just wanted to show you, I kept the original filter. Let's turn these guys around this way. I kept the original filter. Hope I'm centered, I can't see. I've got the camera in a spot against the toolbox. But this is the original Ingersoll Rand filter. And there's an element inside there. And if you can see it, it's crushed. Let me pop it out. Yeah, look at this thing. It's in pathetic shape. It's just loaded with dirt. I mean, look at the dirt inside this thing. I'm going to leave it together, and then when I buy an original one, I'm going to keep it, right, and put it back to get the way it's supposed to be. Because I kind of like the filter design. Unless I can find another element that's physically the same dimensions, then we can do that, right? So this goes back together like so. Anyway, that was the original, and I put this Amazonian one there, jungle air filter. Just give me a second here. Stand by. Yeah, this one here is the one I bought on Amazon. It's a decent little one. It's made of tin. The tin's kind of on the light side, but kind of what I like about it is I could actually put a hose on here, go outside with it. If I'm doing any dirty stuff like painting. Painting's real hard on air filters and compressors. A lot of people don't realize they start painting in the shop, and then they forget that the air filter is going to eat up all that paint. So there you go, boys and girls. Another video today. I wanted to get that air compressor done. Let's try not to get in the light. There you go. I tried to get the air compressor done because I'm worried about that thick oil. Like I said, thicker is not always better. Sometimes you create problems when using too thick of a lubricant. So try to keep that in the back of your mind. You don't have to go thicker for certain applications, because if you have high speed with oil passage and so the oil won't go in. And I watched that spindle head burn up. It burned the bearings right out of it, and these were ball bearings. Took them right out, and then we found out what the problem was. So we put the proper oil in there. All our problems solved. And what exasperated the problem was it was too close to a man door that was being rolled up and down in the wintertime, and the machine got very cold. And then they tried to start it up and blew up a spindle on a big milling machine. So it wasn't cool. Anyway, I don't want to get too long in this video. There you go. It's pretty simple to change the oil in your compressor. Again, the product that we were using is right there. And you can get that from an AMSOIL dealer, or you can buy that online, and you'll get gifts. Amazon's always got some goofy little promotion. AMSOIL, sorry. And you'll be able to get it there. It's a little on the pricey side, but you get what you pay for. And lubricant, you'll understand that. So thanks again for coming back. Appreciate it. If you're a new viewer, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're not a new viewer, welcome back. We're glad to see you again. So Happy New Year, everybody. New Year's 2023. Take care. God bless. Peace out. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you soon.